Hey, this is Kit Cabello of Harlens Media. We are downtown in the city of Chicago covering the Medicare for All March. Today, I'm joined here with...
Veronica Wolski.
All right, Veronica, what brings you out here for the Medicare for All rally, and how does it affect you personally?
Well, I'm here, I'm here to show that there is power in numbers, and we need to be out in the streets to let our representatives know that this is something that we really want, that the majority of the country does want this. And how it impacts me personally is that my husband's retiring, and he has insurance for his job. When he retires, my 12-year-old daughter we'll have to figure out how to have insurance for her, and that puts a financial strain on our family, and it puts a financial worry and an emotional worry on our family. That's why I'm here.
And it's quite clear here in the United States, the most developed country in the world, we are the only developed nation that doesn't have single-payer health care. If we look at our other allies across the sea or our neighbor up north in Canada, they have single-payer health care. And it always takes one bad day for something horrible to happen to an average American to where they're bankrupt or they're unable to really pay their medical bills. If we look at our elected officials, it's quite clear that they have a very good healthcare system. What are your thoughts currently on the difference between our elected officials' healthcare and what the people they're supposed to represent get?
If I had Paul Ryan's insurance, I would not stand on freeway overpasses every single day with banners that say, I want Paul Ryan's insurance. If I had his insurance, I wouldn't be complaining because he's got Obamacare Platinum, which is the best you can get, but it's still not as good as single payer. And if media told the truth, Medicare for All saves $150 billion in costs. We and the sirens. There's an emergency somewhere in the city of Chicago. Somebody at the other end of that siren is going to either be taken to the hospital or die, and they're going to need health care. Oh wait, that's kind of startling me. But there's somebody at the end of that siren is going to need help, and if they don't have Medicare for All, they might be out of luck, and it could bankrupt them, and they could lose their home, and they could lose everything, and they could be on the street. But $150 billion in costs in the difference between the system now and Medicare for All. Do you know the number of schools and roads and hospitals that can be built with that, and take people from the insurance industry and send them back to school to become nurses and teachers and doctors and trade schools to build roads and schools and to rebuild our country and rebuild the infrastructure and not get broken axles from potholes in the roads. So there's a lot of benefits to it. You take 150 billion away from the insurance company, put it back in our country, and then people have good paying jobs, then they can go out and spend money and businesses thrive. It's just a positive all the way around.
Right. And when we look at elected officials like Bernie Sanders or Tulsi Gabbard, who have gone on the record numerous times of saying that we need single-payer health care, what are your thoughts on Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, who's basically saying, yeah, now we should talk about single-payer health care? Do you believe that the main Democratic Party is capable of running on that platform of talking about single-payer health care? Do you believe them, or is it just another half measure?
I would like to believe them. But, and this is something I always say, your actions are so loud I can't hear a word you're saying. I'm going to watch old Chuck's feet before I listen to his mouth. If his feet get in line and do the work that needs to be done to have single payer, then he'll have my attention. I don't listen to people's words. I watch their actions. And his words are good. Now let's see what kind of actions he puts behind those words, because right now I'm not willing to trust him because he's corporate Democrat. He's just a corporate Democrat. But if he puts the action that needs to be in place behind his words, then yeah, I'll pay attention, and I won't make banners about him.
Well, I think he'll be very fortunate then. But
it's true. And this is something I live by. Your actions are so loud, I can't hear a word you're saying. And that's why I follow Bernie Sanders, because his actions speak volumes, and he doesn't have to say a word.
Well, then that's a good note to end it on. Thank you so much, Veronica, for joining Harlens Media. Peace, everyone.